Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood independent author here, and I'm guessing you're here because you too see the wonders of AI, or you're just curious to find out the news about AI, Audible's AI increase, their use of AI, or you're just here to support me. All that is greatly appreciated. I will discuss Audible's update with AI voices, and just share my thoughts on all of that. Let's go. All right. So this is from Audible themselves, their website. Of course, I will have the link in the description box below. What I have highlighted here is what I'm going to pay attention primarily to. But again, you can read the rest on your own. Link in the description box below. Check out the other links down there as well. All of that will be greatly appreciated. So I thought this quote out of the entire article was pretty interesting. So I'll read it, but obviously you can see it on the screen. Audible believes that AI represents a monumentous, did I say that right? Momentous, not monumentous, but let's just say that as well. Opportunity to expand the availability of audiobooks with the vision of offering customers every book in every language alongside our continued investments in premium original content, said Bob Kerrigan, CEO of Audible. We'll be able to bring more stories to life, helping creators reach new audiences while ensuring listeners worldwide can access extraordinary books that might otherwise never reach their ears. Now, I'm going to share something with y'all right now. I am someone that is working on or has aspirations and looking into avenues to where I can get my books turned into audio. I already have ebooks. I already have physical copies of books. You can check out all of those links in the description box below, of course, and on my page and anywhere you can find me on social media. All those links are just posted everywhere I go, right? So even in person, you find me in person, I'll send you those links. But definitely, what I don't have is audiobooks. I have, like I said, I have paperback, ebooks, hard copy, no audios. Why is that the case? Well, personally, it's hard to find people. It's hard to find people who will are willing to do audiobooks for dirt cheap. I don't have the funds right now to pay someone that what they deserve, to be honest with you. So having AI voices, I'm not going to lie. Like this is great. This is great that Audible is giving this option. There's other platforms as well that I plan on looking into and dabbling into and possibly, sharing. Not even possibly, I will share, info on all of that. Once I do that, even with Audible. But that's an option for me. This is something that I've always talked about with other authors or just in general, some of the pros to AI. Now, it's not writing my stuff for me, it's still my words, obviously. It's simply just giving me the avenue or the platform or the opportunity, let me put it that way, and the platform, like Audible or just other places as well. I'm not sponsored by Audible, by the way, so I haven't chosen them as my go-to for audiobooks or whatever the case is. I'm simply just naming them because this is their article and also this is their update. But as far as what this provides for authors like myself who again don't necessarily have the funds, or even if you do have the funds, you simply just don't want to spend money on a voice actor of some sort. This is an option right here. Now, does this I know there are going to be voice actors who are upset. If I had the funds, trust me, I would use one. I think you all do phenomenal work. I know voice actors. How do you think I know their rates? You know, I know their rates aren't cheap. And again, I'm not one that tries to get a family friend discount simply because I know you. Doesn't mean I want you to be lowballed or whatever the case is. If I don't have the money to pay you for your service, guess what? I'm not going to pay you for your service. This has zero to do with how I feel about you or your price and everything to do with I simply just don't have the funds. If I do have the funds, and people who already know this for a fact, when I have paid for their services, it's because I had the funds and I paid in full. Not tried to get a discount because we've known each other for X amount of years. None of that. So, with that being said, this is a great option once again for authors who either don't have the funds to pay for audio book narration, but they want that, and people shouldn't have to continue to restrict their books reach simply because they don't have the funds for audio books. Or again, if people do have it but they simply don't want to pay, well, people shouldn't have to be forced to pay for, a service if they simply don't want that.
Okay. First of all, good morning. Second of all, editor me here. So when I mentioned the pay aspect, I meant to say pay out of pocket or pay more than what you would with a service like this. I am sure Audible is going to monetize their AI voices. I'm sure that you have to pay for it. I haven't played around with it yet, as mentioned in the video. Um, but I'm sure it is not a free service, or at least to my knowledge, it's not a free service. So you still will end up paying. I just wanted to clarify that just in case anybody thought this was going to be free for Audible or just elsewhere in general. You might find AI platforms or AI narration that is free. That's great. Let me know. If it works out for you and all of that. But I just wanted to make it clear that I'm sure that you still have to pay for AI narration with Audible or some other AI narrated platform that has AI narration. But it's probably going to be cheaper than hiring a voice actor. That doesn't mean the work quality is going to be better or worse. I'm just saying, when I mentioned the aspect of pay here, I really wanted to clarify, at least in this section, that you're going to pay out of pocket either or. So if you can't even afford the pricing for narration, even for I would focus more so on getting the funds for AI narration before you think about creating audio books or find a free platform because I'm sure there's some out there. All right.
Now, of course, there are going to be pros and cons and stuff. I'm sure there are going to be pros and cons to getting getting AI voice to narrate my stories. There's going to be some cons, definitely. And people are going to say things like you should have gotten a real actor and stuff. Like I said, if I had the funds, I would do so. you know. But as far as what Audible is doing right now, I'm in full support. I'm in full support of Audible. I'm in full support of any other platform that will allow independent authors, especially authors of all type, but especially independent authors, to be able to finally have audio versions of their book, to expand that reach so they're able to get more sales and possibly get the funds to pay a voice actor to do the narration of their next title or so, their future titles. So that's what it is. That's how I see it. That's how I see things. But I'm curious to know what your thoughts is or thoughts are about this here. So please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. Once again, check the description box below. You can find the article down there as well as the other links. So there's that. I'm signing out right now. So later.